Lesson 19. Part 1. Ambush. The soldiers lay in ambush, waiting for the signal to open fire. The major ambushed his troops in the woods on both sides of the road. Brag. He is always bragging about what he can do with a car. Cleanse. Be sure that you cleanse the wound before bandaging it. Discourse. The professor will deliver a discourse on the poetic style of John Keats. Foxhole. In World War II, the general made it a point of pride to dig his own foxhole. Inflammation. The inflammation of his knee made it difficult for him to walk. Lever. The huge stone is so heavy that we cannot move it without a lever. Notation. In arithmetic, we use the Arabic notation 1, 2, 3, and so on, or sometimes the Roman notation 1, 2, 3, and so on. Ransom. A large ransom was asked for the safe return of the child. Sop. He sopped a piece of bread in milk. It was too crisp to eat. Tingle. His cheek tingled from the slap she had given him. Part 2. Armament. A large percentage of the budget is for armaments. Brunch. On Sunday, she gets up late in the morning and has brunch around 10:30. Coffin. His coffin was laid to rest in a deep grave. Envision. The mother envisioned her little girl as a prima ballerina. Gangster. The gangster who had taken part in the robbery was arrested by the police. Illegible. The ink had faded so that many words were illegible. Malcontent. The rebellion was started by some malcontents who had been dissatisfied with the policy. Pavilion. We will take a rest in the pavilion until the game starts. Shroud. The prisoners escaped out of the jail under the shroud of night. Spurt. The room soon filled with the water spurting from the broken pipe. Varnish. He put varnish on the tabletop to protect it, but somebody has scratched it. Part 3. Ballad. Many old ballads are sung to new words. Butt. The butt of pipe stuck out from the wall where the sink had been removed. The goat butted the boy and knocked him down. Consul. You will have to call the consul before your passport is expired. Enshrine. Memories of happier days were enshrined in the old man's heart. Gobble. He gobbled the ice cream so fast that he got a headache. Harangue. We had to listen to a long harangue about our own shortcomings. Mow. He spent the whole afternoon mowing the grass in the backyard. Pilgrim. In the Middle Ages, many people used to go as pilgrims to Jerusalem and to other holy places in Europe. Shear. The farmers sheared the wool from the sheep. Strangle. He strangled her to death by a cord put around her neck. Walnut. The kernel of the walnut is eaten by itself or used in cakes or cookies. Part 4. Beaver. Beavers are noted for their skill in building dams across streams. Cavalry. The cavalry is much superior in mobility to the infantry. Creak. The floor creaked as he stepped on a loose board. Fir. The fir remains green all year, and its needles are distributed evenly around the branch. Hangar. During the heavy storm, airplanes should be kept in the hangar. Kernel. The kernel of the argument is who discovered the islands first. Measles. What seems to be a cold often turns out to be the beginning of measles. Puff. With a huge puff, the balloon was blown up and then suddenly burst. Sleet. Sleet forms when rain falls through a layer of cold air. Surname. A woman, after marriage, usually drops her surname and takes that of her husband. Wig. Women often wear wigs over their real hair for beauty or fashion. Part 5. Bleach. Bleached bones lay on the hot sands of the desert. Chariot. Chariots were used in ancient times for fighting, racing, and in processions. Crutch. He has been crippled since he broke his leg. Now he can't walk without a pair of crutches. Flirt. She flirted with many men, but loved only one. Gull. They were very pleased to see some gulls flying in the sky, full of hope that they would soon get ashore. Kit. When I bought a new car, a kit of tools came with it. Morsel. The hungry children did not leave a morsel of food on their plates. Prototype. The strange mechanical device is the prototype of modern cars. Snare. They set a snare for rabbits on the hill, but unfortunately, a wildcat was caught by it. Trigger. When you squeeze the trigger, a round or rounds of ammunition are fired. When the burglar tripped the wire, it triggered an alarm. Weir. The weir across the river stops or controls the flow of the river above it.